It's about guiding people. Only way you can make the world better is if you make the people better. It's about showing them the light of hope in themselves and their family. Everything in this universe is all about synchronicity.
Numbers are simple, people are complicated. No motivation from the king. Learn the foundation from the king. Nana Pushe. 1 plus 1 is 2. Be precise. 3 plus 2 is 5. Guard your mind. Me plus you is mathematician. Learn from the one numero maker. Numbers are simple. People are complicated. Me motivation from the king. Learn the foundation from the king. Nana Pushe. Numbers are simple. No people are complicated. No motivation from the king. Learn the foundation from the king.
No, it's not about reading, it's about guiding. I don't do readings, I do consultation because you should know yourself. As good as the back of your hand, you should know yourself. I want everyone out there to be clear that this is to serve you like a GPS serves you. Remember, each of us has guaranteed ourselves success. Be that Magi family. Be that magician. Be
Man, I had an experience today,
motivated,
and it was a good experience. Greetings to one and all you brothers and sisters out there in the IG universe, the IG mathematical universe, or polymath universe. Yes, the polymath universe, meaning many knowledge, many forms of information. That's all poly and math means. Today is 11/9 plus 2023. So today, universally, when you add it all up, adds up to a number 9 universally. So peace and love to everyone out there that's tuning in. Make sure y'all share this because this is going to be a very interesting but brief topic. Make sure y'all share this because this is going to be a very interesting but brief topic. And happy birthday to the late, great Dr. Ava Muhammad. Sister Minister Dr. Ava Muhammad. Today, she would have celebrated her born day. Today is also Roxanne Shante's birthday, one of the great female hip-hop artists of our generation. Those people from out of Queensbridge and all those places there. Big up to the Queensbridge crew. Giving yourself and others, I'm supposed to say others, I should have said others, the benefit of the doubt. And those people who want to follow me on Patreon, my Patreon page is patreon.com / King Simon Productions. Now, on that Patreon page, I am uploading I'm taking down a lot of stuff from YouTube, like a lot of Phil Valentine stuff, a lot of Isaiah, the Duke of Tears stuff that we did last night. I'm silencing it on YouTube and putting it on Patreon. It's on Patreon also. And my Patreon page is only $5 a month. And that's patreon.com / King Simon or patreon.com King Simon. So you could find me on Patreon. And I took down because I find that YouTube has been snatching a few videos off. And I think it's very important that we preserve a lot of different things. So a lot of us as content creators have to really think about where we put our stuff on, and to find these free speech platforms, is very important. It's very important. And I also have a Rumble, and I'm going to be setting up the Rumble also. Those are free speech platforms where we can speak our mind, speak our truth, and share it with our great human family out there. You know, that's the important part, you know, sharing it with our great human family. You know, so again, family, my Patreon is King Simon Productions. That's patreon.com/King Simon Productions. Also follow Brother Rich. I'll probably do some private classes with some great metaphysics, male and female teachers. Definitely want to do a private class on Patreon with Carrie Ann Ingrams, who is also a profound, behind the scenes, you don't know how Carrie Ann get down with that information, my co-host. I definitely want to do something with Dr. Shakira Moore, a private one. Definitely want to do something. Phil Valentine said he's open to do something, but I'm not going to do it similar to Rich, but I'm going to do some things. You know, Brother Rich got Rod Hayes and all of them, and that's some beautiful stuff. But I'm going to find some of the newer people and some of the older people. I want to do a private Patreon dissertation and workshop with Sister Shahrazad Ali. I've been talking to her about it. She's going to be talking to her family about it. Sister Shahrazad Ali wants to extend her brand, although she don't need help with it, but I've been encouraging her and people like Baba Ashra Kwesi to do private Patreon thing. And the problem, the real issue with people like Baba Ashra Kwesi and Sister Shahrazad Ali is that they're older and they don't trust Europeans too much. And they don't trust the nigger-minded people out there. The Negropeans, like Dr. Africa used to call them, the Negropeans. European/niggas. You know, Dr. Africa didn't trust them a lot either, but he understood that in order for you to make a better place, sometimes you got to teach those people that may seem to be ignorant, and hopefully they'll catch on to be great and be their best, because people like Malcolm went down his ignorant road. People like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad went down his ignorant road. And even the most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, one time you didn't have the truth either. I'm kind of paraphrasing, but one time, you know, all of us, now that we get knowledge, we puffing out our chests and we think we better than everybody and all that kind of stuff. We get zealous with it and, you know, overly zealous with the eating habits, overly zealous with this and the knowledge dropping. But remember, one time you did not have knowledge. So you was also amongst what we say in the 5%. Nation of God on earth, the 85%. So, and then some people become 10%, where they do have knowledge of self, but they're still poisoning people's mind because they know how to manipulate the knowledge of self and then to serve their greater purpose. And then you have the 5%, the quote unquote poor, righteous teachers. Quote unquote poor. I'm going to be getting these shirts on sale very soon. These are actually Dr. Africa's shirt. Dr. Africa produced these shirts before, him and his wife produced these shirts before he passed. But his wife right now is traveling, and I'm going to order them by bulk, and I'll sell it off my website. It should be real reasonable, because I don't think she's really selling shirts on there. Dr. Africa's wife, since Dr. Africa transitioned to the next realm and crossed over, she's more focused on books, consultations, classes, certification classes, and also the herbs that they continue to make with the highest vibrational intentions. So I'll be so happy to take over this. I love these shirts. And this is the first design, and there's another design, and I've had this probably for 5 to 7 years. Still look good. And then there's another design with the shimmy, a lot of the sprinkles on it. Very, very coarse, but it's very beautiful, very strong material. Very good t-shirt representing the man and the woman. You can tell by that big old booty. That's the woman, and the breast. You know us brothers love a big old booty. Enough respect to those women who got no big old booty. You just got the booty to serve its purpose. But I shall. The topic today on the 9th of this month, and number 9 in numerology is the highest single digit number in the numbers field. The numbers are symbolism. And then it goes to 10, 11, 12, and, start remixing the numbers to serve the purpose. So today, universally, not only adds up to a number 9, when you add the month plus the day plus the year, but also this number 9 is the number of completion, higher levels of knowledge and creativity and humanitarian and serving the greater good. And on its negative is the lower extremities of war, destruction. That's why the Chaldeans have, as I've said before, and I've done the research, and I do suggest if you get my books, I have the bibliography leading you to books like Chaldean Numerology for Beginners or Chaldean, the Phoenician, the phonetic meaning of Chaldean. I got all those type of books in the back of my books if you get my book, because I believe if you, the individuals that are seeking information and knowledge and are willing to apply it, that you should always go and take it in for yourself. That's what I love about certain brothers and sisters the elders that I've known, and some of the younger ones nowadays that really go and research. Like Dr. Shakira will go and research. Sister Carrie Ann Ingram will go and research. As you heard, like people like Brother Asir, although he just turned 50. I think Asir just turned 50. He will go and research. He was always an astute researcher. And he didn't just look at it. And I tell people like those that are studying, don't just look at it from a logical mind, look at it from a spiritual mind also. And because both of them are energetically connected to each other. Once you understand the duality of the sides, the light and the dark, or the shadow and the force of highlighting certain things, then you need to always look at it from a holistic perspective. Big up to Holistically Hilarious. What's up, girl? How you doing? I see what you're doing out there. Keep on doing what you're doing, beautiful. So today's topic, from my perspective, love and laughter. Giving yourself and others the benefit of the doubt. And I want to tell you where that term came from. Now, according to online studies and the research, and Google can be your friend, but just make sure you cross-reference things. Google, I'm healing good. Google can be your friend, but make sure you cross. It says, what is the origin of give someone the benefit of the doubt? It says, it is thought that the phrase was first used during the Irish treason trials in 1798. If true, I like to link between the phrase and the legal ideals of reasonable doubt. So to give someone the benefit of the doubt is to assume they are innocent unless evidence proves they are guilty. That's come from an online study about giving yourself and others the benefit of the doubt. And usually it's pertaining to others, but I'm also speaking about yourself as a powerhouse being in this realm. You got to give yourself a benefit of the doubt, because some people doubt themselves, but they don't recognize the benefit of themselves. Without really recognizing the benefit of yourself, how in the world can you doubt yourself unless the doubting poison was poured onto you since you was a child, or you got mind controlled into doubting yourself? But you got to give yourself the benefit of the doubt. And another online study says that some people say that the ideal of giving someone the benefits of the doubt, the ideal, note what it says. Some people say that the ideal of giving someone the benefit of the doubt finds its origin in a biblical passage in Matthew 7, 1 through 5, which talks about judging others. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. And that passage is, judge not that ye be not judged. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And what measures ye met, it shall be measured unto you. And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye? Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote out of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye? Thou hypocrites, first cast out the beam out of thine own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote out of thine brother's eye. According to that chapter, they say that's where that quote may have originated from, before 1700s. What I just read to you about that Irish treasonous thing that happened, that Irish treason trial that they had in 1798. They say that that may have come because of that particular biblical quote, chapter 7, Matthew, 1st through 5, giving others the benefit of the doubt. But I've added yourself for a reason, because once you give yourself the benefit of the doubt and not prejudge what you can and cannot do. A lot of people come to me in consultation. How do I do that? I can't do that. Those words shut down your benefits. And then it creates doubt. Can't, procrastination, shouldn't, couldn't, wouldn't. Those particular words, that's why we got to be very careful of the words that we say to not just other people, but be careful of the words that we say to ourselves. Because many of you are natural healers. And even in relationships, you give people the benefit of the doubt. But you haven't truly looked at your benefits that have been causing doubts to you. And that's why sometimes y'all attract, and we all have attract people that we've given benefit of the doubt, and then they turn out to be all effed up and messed up. Because, and our spirit already told us, oh, I shouldn't have gave that sister some of my rod. Oh, I shouldn't have gave that man some of my yoni. I knew it. Oh, I shouldn't have gave him some of my time. Oh, I shouldn't have gave him that money because I knew he wasn't going to pay it back. Because you're not paying attention to the benefits of your intuition. And then when you go against your intuition, it creates doubt. Because now you're second guessing yourself and you're all over the goddamn place. And I can see that in the numbers. Because your intuition is your first GPS. Your intuition is your first guiding positioning system. Then you might consult astrologers. You might consult numerologists. You might consult I Ching. You might consult cardologists. But your first intuition is something that's already embedded in you, a beneficial tool that's embedded in you so you can discern what's going on in you and make a beneficial move instead of doubting the benefit and the greatness of who you are, because the intuition is powerful. Instinct animals have, that's powerful. That's compared to intuition, where a little deer can be drinking water and he pops up. Instinct and his intuition is kicking in. Like, okay, I'm in dangerous territory. I'm drinking water. Something is, if you watch those animal channels, look at the deer that's being hunted. Look at the deer that's being hunted. Their instinct or their intuition kicks in, because you could be drinking and feel at peace, and then all of a sudden they go like this. The deer. And because the deer is so slow in movement, that's when it becomes a prey, because the lion is on its ass and it's moving, it's already crawling. Now, the instinct of the lion or the tiger is crawling and doing the low crawl, like in the military. It's crawling. And it's crawling in silence because it's a stealthy type animal that knows how to move in silence, even the big cats. Watch your own cats. If you got a cat in your house, that cat, when it lands, it just lands quietly. It do flips and move quietly. That cat energy. So small cats and big cats are one and the same, to tell you the truth. Just that y'all trying to domesticate the little small ones, but if they was big, they'd probably eat your ass. Give you a smack across your head. So even in the survival world of the animal world, lions, tigers, and bears, oh my. There's a judgment being made right around that time. There's a benefit of the doubt being made because they're not sure. Their instinct is saying, something is here, but I'm going to doubt it because I'm thirsty any goddamn way. Let me drink. And then sure enough, they forgot to pay attention to their instinct or their intuition and get eaten and become part of the ecosystem. That is what happens to most of us in different types of relationships. And this morning I had a very extraordinary conversation with a friend of mine. And I consider her a friend because we've known each other from back in Brooklyn College when we was promoting and I was doing reggae and all that and working with Red Fox and with Shaggy and working with all these people back in the 90s. It was like 90s, early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. They was all in Brooklyn College and we used to come and perform and do college tours. So I talked to my friend, and big up to Sharon Gordon. Sharon Gordon is a profound, not only producer, promoter, and publicist. Those who know her in the reggae world, great. She's a relative of Kool Herc. She's a cousin of Kool Herc and a cousin of Beres Hammond, who, ironically, both of them got acknowledged this year. Kool Herc got acknowledged for the 50 years of hip hop, his contribution. Beres Hammond just got his doctorate degree, honorary doctorate degree from the West Indies, the University of the West Indies. Both of them are her family. How ironic is that? It's crazy. So So I'm saying that because Sharon Gordon is born on the 27th of the month. Her birthday just passed. And Sharon has given the benefit of doubt to so many people in the industry. Sharon has given so many people in business, and sometimes, scorpions can be known for their sting, but also can be known for the sting that they receive from other people. Because usually scorpions don't bother you unless you bother them. And if you're not apologizing or respectfully doing things to rectify that situation, oh yeah, look out for that sting. Oh, that sting gonna come some way, somehow, and someday, or it might just become a karmic energy that might come back to you. Big up to all the scorpions, because I know this is scorpion season. I know this is scorpion season. So giving yourself and others the benefit of the doubt with natural healers, whether you're in reggae or calypso or hip hop or a different business, just like Roxanne Ashanti. If you watch her documentary or watch a movie, she was a very giving person. Just like Sister Ava Muhammad, also born today, giving person. Healers in their own way, through music or whether it's through music or whether it's through ministry, they can be very much of a healer. And as much as people like to call Scorpion the highly sexual sign, that's not the truth per se. It's really because they bring they're very passionate in what they do. So when you're dealing with a Scorpion woman or a Scorpion man, they bring their passion to the situation, which can manipulate people. That's how deep that can get, which can be very manipulative if the Scorpion energy doesn't find balance within themselves to be more passionate towards the healing aspect instead of the manipulative aspects that can be destructive. I was married to a Scorpion. Hey, it is what it is. Scorpion is ruled by the number 9. Today is the number 9. Universally, when you add the 11 plus the 9 plus the 2023, it all breaks down to number 9. Universal day. So it's not cool inky dink that I'm drawing in from that number 9 energy. And I spoke to Sharon Gordon, born on the 27th, which is a number 9, who was a good friend of, Sharon Gordon was once a good friend of it's Brooklyn Gold's father, Mr. Donovan Gopi. I just spoke to Sharon recently. Now, why did I talk to Sharon Gordon? What's up, JP? Why did I speak to Sharon Gordon? Because Sharon Gordon is a wealth of knowledge from her perspective that will allow me to connect. With an organization that can induct somebody into the national heroes space of Jamaica. They have not been acknowledged yet. So when you want to induct, when you want to be, when you got to call me, JP. I'm on something else. I'm not letting anybody interrupt this. When you want to induct someone into a national hero of that particular country, you have to either go through politics, and it's all a part of the subject, giving yourself and others the benefit of the doubt. Because this particular historian was born September the 6th. Forgot the year. This particular historian was born September the 6th. And his name is J.A. Rogers. Born in Jamaica, Negril, Jamaica. Back in the late 1800s, late 18 or early 1900s. A historian of profound magnitude. He wrote books, 3 volumes of Sex and Races. He wrote a book called The Amazing Facts About the Negroes. He wrote books called From Superman to Man. He wrote books like Nature Has No Color Line. And Jamaica and their higher echelons have not acknowledged the educational proficiency of J.A. Rogers. I have a problem with that. And I spoke about that on my live yesterday. I have a problem with that. Because they themselves, the world, the country of Jamaica, has not given that man the benefit of the doubt because of because he left Jamaica to pursue something on a greater level of travel. But they haven't looked at his body of work on how he should be a national hero. So getting back to the point, giving yourself the benefit of the doubt and giving others the benefit of the doubt is very key in when you want to rise up, starting with yourself to another level so you can attract the other beneficial people around you. Because they say that quote, benefit of the doubt comes from judge ye not or ye be judged. It comes from that quote. That's what they're saying. Because many of us have made judgment on other people. And have not looked in our own heart on why we attracted that person in the first way, or why we're attracted to make judgment on that person on the first place, and we haven't realized that every time you point a goddamn finger to somebody else, 3 fingers is coming back at you, and the thumb is acknowledging the Almighty or the higher ups. So when you're pointing at people, or even if you're doing this, these fingers are coming back at you because you ain't reflecting who you are at your highest level when you begin to judge people without the facts or the evidence behind it. Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.
Let's go.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numero Beta. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. Go now. It's the Numerovational Session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. Some people think that this esoteric knowledge is for the rich and the powerful. When in actuality, the so-called 85% has a spark in them that if it is sparked through numerology, astrology, motivation, whatever, it will raise them up from an 85%, maybe to a 10%, and eventually they become the 5%, the poor or prosperous right righteous teachers. You gotta understand that this knowledge is not just for one class of people. We gotta get out of the class